live show on a Sunday night. We're running late, but that's alright. That means the party's starting. Yes, the party's starting. The party's starting. We're in our yard, by the way. We haven't gone anywhere. In case you're wondering. In case you're wondering, we're not anywhere. We're sitting in our yard, and we're going to tell you why.
Oh, there's someone from France and Ohio.
Bonjour.
And Michigan and Arkansas.
Actually, we
and
just
North
sent
Carolina.
a package off to France from the Missouri Tea Company.
Did you?
Yeah.
There's Florida.
That was very interesting.
There's Louisiana.
We're going to talk about what we learned. 14 years living off-grid.
There's Idaho.
Idaho.
South Jersey, California, Alaska, PA, Arizona, Cleveland, Kentucky, Wisconsin, Cali, Rhode Island, New Zealand, Iowa. Oh my goodness, look at everybody here.
So many people are here right now, but if they don't hit the thumbs up, we'll never know they were here. Oh my goodness. Hi, Stacy and Doug. Hi.
I guess I should look over here so I can read it better.
Share this now.
There we go.
We're going to move to North Carolina, so don't be surprised when we pack up this place right before your eyes. Oh my gosh. You know, you never know what tomorrow brings. We're running late, and it's all Stacy's fault.
You always blame me. It's not my fault.
We're in the RV, but we're actually in our yard. Look, I'll see if you can see. I don't know if you can see. But there's the sawmill. That's the sawmill pad there and everything. So we didn't go anywhere. We're sitting in the yard. We're going to tell you why in a minute. It's kind of crazy. Make sure I can get in here now. Just take up the whole space. We need more thumbs up before we get started, so we could tell you what we learned living off-grid, because a lot of you may be there sooner or later.
Oh, Silver Rebel Sherry made garlic, ginger, honey, and chicken bone broth.
That's good. It's good for your
job.
immune system. It keeps you healthy and happy.
Neva Smith, there's a Buffalo, Missouri?
Buffalo, Missouri.
You know where Buffalo, Missouri is? Where's Buffalo, Missouri?
Love the ghee recipe. It's really easy to make. Hit the like button, y'all. Well, if you like the content, you can do that. But make sure you hit that thumbs up. We always want the thumbs up so we can get more people to know that the video is live. That's how it works. That's why we ask, and it's free. Yeah, see, I can see you guys are on a little delay there. We got our hoop house. We're going to try to start putting that together. I don't know if we're going to be able to start tomorrow, this high tunnel. Because it's we've had 50-mile-an-hour winds all day today.
It's been, I mean, you can't even go outside. I mean, you have to literally with two hands. I have to hold the door with two hands. It flies off, and you're going. It's like you're in a blizzard in Antarctica or something. It is the craziest day. Started this morning, all day long. It is so windy. The animals don't even know what to do.
They don't even like it. They go back inside.
Oh, it's terrible.
They come out just for a minute.
Well, we don't either. It's just nuts. Normally you have like gusts here and there, but it's been sustained all day long. It's been nuts.
So we didn't get a fire going this morning because we sleep with it kind of cold in the house, and it was good sleeping weather last night.
And it was okay. It was
and this
gonna warm
morning
up.
we woke up and we just kind of did our thing, and then all of a sudden this wind blew in, and then if it gets too cold, too windy, it's hard to start a fire without smoking out.
Because it's blowing all like north, south, east, and west. It was crazy.
We don't want to smoke out, so we didn't start a fire. So we thought, well, we'll just sit around in the RV. And Stacy worked on her book some today. I worked on my book a little bit, and kind of use this like a little mini office or something.
So we decided.
In case you're an IRS agent. Listen.
Can you hear it?
I mean, the thing's rocking. I mean, we showed you guys spray, spray, spray. Okay. Then I kind of laid off and let the weather do its thing. Then, if you guys have been following it, the whole week last week, all across the country, was the craziest weather ever. More snow that they weren't supposed to be getting. Texas had grapefruit size hail falling. Okay. It's not a coincidence. The wind here has been off the chain. Everybody's talking about it. Windy, isn't that cold? Here it is, May 1st, tomorrow. We don't even have our garden going good.
It's crazy. Yeah, and then you feel bad. I'm sure a lot of you guys are the same way wherever you are, probably in the country. Like you go to a lot of these nurseries, greenhouses, different places, and everyone is planting the same thing how they always do, and they've got all their stuff has bolted, gotten too big, it's root bound. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, she knows one greenhouse that she actually has a bunch of plants that are going to die on her that she bought and raised up as babies, spent time waking up in the middle of the night and putting the fire in the greenhouse, and they're all just going to die off in there.
Yeah, all the cruciferous ones, all because they're like this: the broccoli, the cauliflower, the cabbage, the Brussels sprouts,
tomato.
all that stuff. Tomato. No,
no, all not the tomatoes.
Well, the tomatoes are growing, but
Yeah.
one of the other greenhouse that I saw yesterday, there was tomatoes that were like this tall and in the little bitty packs.
Right.
I mean, they're just really suffering, and even the flowers for a lot of people, you can't even get the flowers out. So all these baskets and even the little packs of flowers have gotten huge, and they're not looking good either. So you kind of feel bad for a lot of these growers.
Cedar is excellent.
Oh,
for
go
raised
back!
beds.
Someone said they love the rebounder.
Good.
It's fun.
Yep. Bellicon, Bellicon is the one we use. We're not affiliated with them. And yeah, cedar is the best because it's kind of rot resistant. The bugs don't like it, and it does last quite a while. And man, have we been busting hump in the garden. I'll show you guys this week what's been going on there.
Oh yes, we're gonna have fun in the garden this week.
Yeah, we have our high tunnel going and all this stuff. No, you should not put arms on your rooster. I've seen those things. 76 degrees in Montana today. Hang in there. It's coming your way. Yeah, but it's still what happens is they kind of pushing these weather patterns around, and then all the animals, the budding on the trees, everything starts to lose its synchronicity. And they were saying that with this kind of manipulation going on, that it's throwing the pollinators off. So then you have your bees don't know what's going on, and then when they come out, there's nothing there because the trees have already budded and went back, or maybe got frostbit or something. So
yeah, I always get my stuff out for my hummingbirds, usually the 15th of April every year. And I had one hummingbird finally show up day before yesterday, and he hasn't been back. So that must have been the scout. I don't know what's up. So my hummingbirds are messed up too.
Hello from Boston, Massachusetts. Hello from Blue Ridge, Mount Asia, Virginia. So pretty there. Oh my goodness. So what we're going to talk about really is just like what we've learned living off grid, growing food. We learned that we're healthier. We learned that it's been better for us all the way around.
You guys can ask us questions or whatever. We're just kind of hanging out on the windy day today.
We're sorry we're late. To be involved with your life, instead of co-opting it out. We were watching today, again, you guys are poisoning through the food, right? We were watching today like a Heinz ketchup bottle from the United States has high fructose corn syrup and all this garbage in it. And when you go to Canada and you get that same bottle of Heinz ketchup, there's 3 ingredients.
But it's not just it's crazy.
Just an example.
They feed us all the stuff here in America.
And that's why we take the most pharma pills when they say that we're the sickest and everything, right? But we spend the most on healthcare. It's because the food is total garbage. And you guys, you have to be good stewards of what goes into your body, because what breaks down in your stomach and travels through your body actually becomes part of your DNA. And now you can start thinking that's why they're wanting to get the mRNA vaccine and all the living animals and all the food and everything. Because it starts to work on, that's why they call it gene therapy, because it's working on your DNA. So when you guys eat Twinkies, you turn into a Twinkster.
That's for sure. Well, and you know what else is funny is this was many years ago, but I was teaching I was at the Montessori school that I was working at, and there was these doctors that were visiting. A lot of times they come in, they'll bring their kids, they'll enroll them in school, stay for a short time. They were doing some work and they left. And I just remember, I had asked him, what is the one thing you'll remember? Because they were leaving and going back home. What is the one thing you'll remember, what did you think about when you came to America? And you know what he said? He said, I cannot believe that they have drug commercials on television.
And that just started, remember? That was outlawed until like the 90s, or it wasn't.
Well, you
it
can
was
never
just
do
a while
it.
ago.
It's just been a few years now.
I know. And
yeah, now that's all you see.
And now, y'all, I don't know if you're paying attention or not, right? And I barely watch TV, but even on the ads on internet, you know, YouTube and whatever, they are literally targeting kids now. Like they're showing the kid as like almost an adult figure, right? Like you have choices and you're a kid and stuff, and they're targeting drugs and they're targeting this stuff towards kids. I saw an eczema commercial, and the kids were like, one girl was in her little dance outfit and the other boy was doing this thing. So they're like targeting the kids now, so they grow up and it's all big pharma, all big pharma, all big pharma. It's another form of slavery, man. I mean, this is so bad. And if you can get your kids out of public school, oh my goodness, I would do that in a hot second, like right now. Are you watching? They're actually showing. I haven't really watched it that much. I caught a little excerpt of it, but they're showing the person who was in charge of telling you not to send your kids to school, who locked up your kids away from the school, and it's a freak show, right? Clown world stuff. No answers. Doesn't even have the credentials to even be in the job. Right? Doesn't even have the credentials to be in the job, and just sits there like a deer in the headlights whenever the questions are being hammered on her about why she did that and what gave her the authority. What did she base it on?
What are you doing?
It was disgusting. Disgusting. So hit that thumbs up if you want to. Live like a patriot and just grow food and have a family and be left the heck alone. Boy, that thumbs up should be ringing off the hook right now.
Yeah, Florida, a lot of people got wind. Wind.
All right, okay, so somebody says she had to take antibiotics, which probably you didn't. But once you take the antibiotics, what are you suggesting, to get that gut back into that's antibiotics. So what they do is they send in a pill that kills all your good gut health flora. Everything gets wiped out.
Okay, so just what you need to do is just start up in the fermented foods, like a nice variety of stuff. There's water kefir, there's milk kefir, there's yogurt, there's kombucha, there's in my recipe book, there's ketchup, there's mustard. You could do honey fermented garlic. You could do sauerkraut. You could do dilly beans, dilly carrots.
You got to tell them how to do it. Like, so just give them like a little, okay, so you took the antibiotics.
Okay,
well, and you want to ease into giving the stomach a
So
good
basically,
setup.
you don't want to eat the whole jar. Just with every meal, just make sure that they're getting a little bit of something. Like if you made some of the carrots, you could do that. You could go to the store and buy some sauerkraut or something. They have pickles.
You should
just
make
go. Well, but if it's right now, it's a time.
Emergency.
Yeah. So you can go and you can buy some of the stuff if you have it at home. Have it at home. But maybe in the morning, let them have a little kefir. They do have water kefir in the bottles you can buy in the store, and they also have kombucha. For a younger person, you don't need just a little bit. Like here's some kombucha here. So, just like a little bit, they can have some, for lunch. And then maybe you had some kefir in the morning time. And then maybe as a snack, maybe you can have, a little sauerkraut, put it on a sandwich. Just try to up that.
So introduce fermented foods, to your stomach. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely.
A little bit every day.
Yes. And then that way you can build up. And then the other thing you could also do if you want to, you can also get, I don't know how old the child is, but you can go look and get a probiotic and
probiotic.
Make sure that you get billions. It says billions of probiotics.
Billion.
And start trying to look at adding more probiotic rich food into their diet so that you can build up the good bacteria back to the diet. Stay away from a lot of sugars,
fried foods.
Try to eat healthy.
Yes.
I mean, basically all this stuff, when it comes to anything going on in our body, if we start doing good and healthy things for our body, then that's great. Don't go eat out at McDonald's. You want to give your gut the best environment. You want to have a happy playground. So just make sure you're eating good foods, grass-fed meats, your vegetables and some fruits, and that way, and to stay away from a lot of sugar to build up the good bacteria.
And they know that all the health on your body comes from your gut. They all know this. I'm telling you right now, like, we're not the world's smartest people, and the people we know aren't the world's greatest, smartest brains. That we somehow figured it out, and the government and the FDA and the companies don't know this stuff. They know this stuff, okay? And they're all in the back room like this, saying, "Man, we sure got them, right? I get them with the food, and you get them with the pills, baby." And then their kids are on it, right? And then it's just one big repetitive cycle. Okay.
So here's the thing for all of us, we just have to, things are going to be happening. You guys we have to be on the offense too here, and we need to be able to take care of ourselves. So doing the fermented food here, I say Lynn says she just made her 4th batch of dill pickles, 5th of tomato sauce and salsa, 2nd of fermented carrots, and about to start 3rd batch of apple cider vinegar. So that's awesome. And Quilty Linda said it's windy there too. Her cherry tree is pollinating someone else's in Texas by now.
I mean,
and that's so true.
Crazy.
Our apple tree buds.
We tried to tell you
they
guys.
They all blew away.
We've been following this stuff. I tried to do those videos kind of back to back to back. We're talking about the weather for modification. And then it was kind of weird. My whole life, I was just asking our neighbor, Rich, "Are you watching, Rich?" I was asking Rich, I said, "How old are you?" He's 60-something. I'm 50-something. I've never seen him blatantly come out right on primetime TV talking about how they're seeding the clouds. And they just did it last week on the Good Morning America show, or whatever it was. I put a post of it on the community tab on YouTube. And so now they're just coming right out and telling y'all to your face that, yeah, we're seeding the clouds.
It's because all this stuff's been coming up on it.
I'm telling you, man. So they're, cat's out of the bag. People are asking questions and they don't like it, And now you see the weather popping up all crazy, and you think, I wonder if that has something to do with it. It just makes you wonder. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. It's for free, and it's for me.
All right, Judy says she's getting a wood stove that'll be able to cook on. What heat fan should I purchase? Are you talking? We have this thing called an Eco Fan.
Yep, ECO.
ECOFAN. What did I say? FAN. Eco Fan, and then it just sets on your stove and the heat.
It works off of the convection of the heat.
I don't know how it
turns
works.
the fan.
And it turns. So, and that'll blow the heat out a little bit more. So.
And if you guys just showed up, Stacy and I are literally in our driveway. We're in the parking lot. In our parking lot.
Not that one. That one in the front.
Yeah, that one too.
Ooh, are we too bright now? Turn one off.
We're just literally in our parking lot, and we're not in the cabin because we couldn't start a fire because the wind's blowing so hard, and we didn't want to smoke up the house, and we're just going to be going to bed after a while anyway, so we like it cold when we sleep. So we just kind of hung out in the RV today. Stacy worked on her book that she's getting ready to get out for you guys. I worked on the homesteading book I'm writing for you guys. And then we just kind of, got some stuff together. We're getting ready to go to the Okie Homesteading Expo. So make sure you guys get your tickets for that. I keep leaving the link to our website, which has all the things that we're doing. If you hit the events tab, or if you want to get some chocolate tea or any of the books Stacy talks about, like her fermenting book or her cookbook or the off-grid booklet, or all things cool that you could probably benefit from, you can go to that link and then save some money if you get some Redmond salt or some clay or a sun oven, or stuff that'll actually make your life easier.
Are waiting for their sun oven or got them.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this is crazy. The sun did come out today, and I was going to make a roast, and we were going to do a video on it today.
That was actually yesterday. It came out real good in the morning, and she was going to do it too.
I was going to do it today. Well, I was going to do it today, but I had to leave. So I was going to do it today, and this was the day I was going to do the roast. And then it was so windy. I literally could not stand still. It was like I was in one of those wind tunnels. It was blowing me over. So I didn't think it would be very good to cook in the sun oven today.
No, it's been so windy, y'all. I mean, it's been so windy.
How windy was it?
That Glenn Jones in Rowan County, Kentucky lost his toupee.
Seriously?
No, I just put that in there.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing? Face moisturizer. We use ghee. No. What do you use?
No, I do. I like to use ghee. Oh, let's think. I do so many crazy things. I have in my book that I'm doing, I got a whole bunch of good stuff on skincare and all these different things I do. One thing that is really wonderful for skin for a lot of you guys, you can buy it in the stores, but you can also get the essential oil and make your own, but or you can do it with roses and just make rose water.
See, crazy wind in West Virginia too.
No, it's everywhere. Tennessee, it's all over.
Y'all, we're not making this stuff up. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to oh, look, I'm going to come up with some videos and make this stuff is legit, man. They're messing with the weather, And they're definitely messing with your kids. I mean, they are definitely messing with your kids. And it's disgusting. Okay? And then now I know you know the latest thing. They got busted with this island here. Not some fantasy island, but, because they're letting all the migrants come through. And down there was this little island they were using as a little harbinger place for all this nonsense. And it took like hell and high water to get them to close it down. They just did that. And the lady's on, whistleblower is blowing up on the internet, 1 million views in something like 4 or 5 days because she's telling the truth on what's going on. And that's another reason why, if you think about it, they're not doing anything. Because if you know about the laptop and all this other stuff,
Oh, I'm going to finish about the face moisturizer too.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know why we're not locking these people up and taking this stuff serious. This is some bad news business, man. Can you use the sun oven as a smoker? No.
Stop for a second.
No, but you can dehydrate in it, though.
Yeah, and you can just cook what you normally cook in your oven in it. And then also face moisturizers. Another really good one is you're seeing a lot of the tallow bombs for your face, because the tallow you get from the beef fat is really good for your skin.
Yeah. I don't have a Victron solar setup. But yes, the one that we installed is working. I'll leave a link to the video if you want to watch it in the comment section here. But it is working. We do run the generator, but it's holding its own. And we haven't had no problems with it. It's hooked up properly. Everything's a go. So would I tell you to spend the $6,000 or $7,000 or $8,000 to run a refrigerator and a freezer possibly if you wanted to? If that was very important to you, then I would say yes on this whole setup I got right here. But if you want to run air conditioning, this is the biggest lie in solar. You're gonna need about $60,000 or $70,000, and then get ready. Hopefully the stuff goes down, because in 20 years or 15 years, you're gonna have to replace the whole thing again. Solar system's a scam, man.
Oh, hi, Melody Williams. She's very excited she found us. She's been watching all of the old videos.
Thank you, y'all. Please watch all of the old videos. It really helps us out a lot. All right, I'm trying to find you the solar video, and then I'm going to put it in here for you guys. And you can watch it when you find time. And I show you the hookup, how it all went together. And it has been, working just fine. Stacy enjoys the refrigerator. We lived on our off-grid property for 13 years without a real refrigerator.
I've tried them all.
So here we are.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I like the refrigerator. That's nice for me because it makes it easy. I get a lot of exercise in and out, back and forth, going here, going there. But yeah, I do like that. I'm
dropping the link right there. It's for you guys if you want to watch that video. You can open it up in another window, put it on pause, and then come to it after the live show.
Oh, Jarvis Mountain Outdoors loves the new rebounder.
Bellicon, Bellicon, Bellicon. Do not waste your money on the most filters for water. One of the best is Zero. That's not true. Berkey's a good filter. Alex Pure is a good filter. So you just got to do your homework and do what fits in your budget and what you like. We've given away Alexa Pures. We have a Berkey. And if that story going around the internet about Berkey was all crappa, and we have no problem with it. Doug, what is your book on? About the homesteading booklet is just about how to start the homestead. Some of the stuff you guys need to think about, animals and space and food and stuff like that. It's kind of a basic book like my off-grid booklet. If you guys want to leave the city and live off-grid, you should get the off-grid booklet. It's $15 and it's going to save you some money, possibly some big headaches, and it's just kind of a brief little thing, kind of get you nudged in the right direction, and it kind of, goes over a few important details that maybe you're missing. Come on, Doug, truth bomb the heck out of us. No, I'm serious about this kid stuff, y'all. I mean, I do not understand it about the way people are just sitting around about their kids. There are a lot of people fired up right now trying to get their kids' rights on, and at the same time they're sending FBI people into these school board meetings, classifying the parents that stand out as like some kind of a fringe right-wing crazy group. I mean, it's all nutso. And wait till I drop my Tucker Carlson video this week. Ouch.
Yeah. Oh, Mallory says her plants in the raised beds are getting beat up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. They're like, the wind was so bad. It looks like, when you get a hailstorm and it chops everything up, the wind, it's just been nuts. Well, and the doors in our little greenhouse, it's just been nuts. Listen to it.
If you come to one of our events, we can do signed copies, but it's hard for us to do signed copies if you just get them through our website, which I'll leave for you right now. If you guys want to shop at our store and pick up some of the knowledge that we be dropping, that was pretty good. You can get some of these fun items, plus the chocolate teas in stock. Or we can do,
if whoever gets them right now from this time on, I can sign them, or you can sign them. They get them now.
Yeah, but then people watch the video tomorrow and stuff.
Oh, that's true. That could get us in a big... I gotcha.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
That might not work.
Stacy, can you please talk about healing the autoimmune system?
I mean, I sound like a broken record.
I mean,
you know what, you guys? Just honestly, just to start... A lot of this stuff is just... If you just start taking good care of your body, putting fresh good foods in it. Yeah. And it's not just, the foods... And then, getting out and getting movement. I mean, I think a lot of it is also, working on your breath work, doing a little prayer and meditation, taking time for yourself. Let's say you have a family. A lot of people that do have autoimmune diseases could possibly even have adrenal issues too. Learning to, relax yourself and take time for yourself, because if you're not well, other people won't be well. Just keep researching. I mean, every day I'm reading and I'm researching and learning, constantly keep delving into it, finding different doctors. There's a lot of doctors now, with the advent of the internet, that you can find a good holistic type doctor, a doctor who may specialize in autoimmune diseases. You can find a lot of these doctors where you can have the consultations over the phone or through Skype or however, is there Skype still? What's it called that they used to do? What'd they do with that other thing they did? I forget.
Smoke signals?
No. People... Zoom. I'm like, wait, I don't know.
All I remember about Zoom is Zoom.
Remember that show?
Boston, Massachusetts, some 90412.
Yeah, that show. So, but for that, I mean, even get a consultation with a doctor. But the thing is just to get your diet.
It's the food, man. We keep going back to the food. It's the food.
Low
processed food, garbage
carbohydrates. Lower carbohydrates, good fresh vegetables, low fruit. Don't eat so much. You don't want to have a lot of sugary type foods. No fried foods. You want to eat good. Get like garlic and your onions. Those things are so good in your diet. Making sure you're getting water. I always say put a little pinch of or squeeze of organic lemon in your water. You can do a pinch of some salt, Redmond salt in there. First thing in the morning, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Just all these things, and you got to be consistent, and just do it. And over time, your body will start to heal itself. But, go ahead and...
What's it say? Your body actually regenerates its whole self every 2 years. That's right. I would say probably 80%. I'm not a doctor, and we don't play one on YouTube, but 80%... If you guys stayed away from your doctors, probably 80% more, right? And took care of yourself, put the proper inputs in. You have to put the proper inputs in. Stacy and I can travel around and meet people. We have good systems because we put the proper inputs in. We actually do what we preach. We grow food. We eat pure as we can. We do take it on the chin when we travel around and stuff. And
well, now we really can. Now
it's hard, right? Especially now, I'm going to have a follow-up story on the vaccines.
Bring your cooler with you when you travel.
But all of it is the food and the water. You guys aren't drinking enough water. Like you say, you're drinking water, but you're not drinking enough water. And try to get filtered water. Get rid of the city water. You can't drink tap water. But if I'm telling you right now, with food and water, man, it's going to cure like 90% of your ails.
And then the other thing is eating live foods. The fermented foods. Add some live foods with your meals, and then also there's so much research on intermittent fasting You don't have to do long-term fasting where you're doing it for days or anything like that. You need a doctor's supervision for that. But intermittent fasting really has done a lot and helped a lot of people. So if you, like I say, find maybe someone that you can consult with on the internet that specializes in autoimmune type things, or just try to do a little intermittent fasting. Don't keep putting a lot of stuff in your belly, and you may really notice things start getting better for you. And my other thing is I always say do your research on this, depending on what's going on. Different foods. There's a really good book by Dr. David Brownstein about iodine. It really nails, and I can't, what is the name of the book?
We gave you the name
Iodine.
and you got the iodine, so look it up.
No, I forgot. I get it mixed
Google
up.
it.
There's two parts to it.
Yeah.
But David Brownstein about iodine. It says iodine's the first part of the book, and then it has a couple things after that. But look into that too, and you can do it. But you just got to be consistent. And the thing is like Doug and I go places, we bring our own water with us. We bring our own food with us. When I go into restaurants, I bring stuff with me in my backpack. He's like,
and
do
if
you
we
have
have
this?
to get
Do you
it,
have
then
that?
we get the pure water. We try to get the best water because, there's some water out there that's legitimately just tap water they put in the bottle and they sell it to you. So we try to do some research and get the best water if we buy the water. You know what I mean? Like that, all that stuff matters. And the better inputs you put into your body, the better your body can fight off all the other chemical problems that we're having just in our air and now our water. Another train derailment right into the water. I mean,
It's crazy. So
no white sugars, no white flours, dump bread altogether. I mean, this stuff's hard. You know what I mean? That's why people don't like to do it. We talked to people about food before, like even scripturally and stuff, right? And they're like, oh no, if I got to give this up or that, I ain't doing it.
But the thing is I like to tell people when you are doing some of these things, I need you to put like an emotion to how it makes you feel. So like if you eat this certain food or you're knowing how bad you feel, you're going to do whatever it takes to get better. And as you go day by day by day, you'll get better and better and better. And then that way, everybody can do it. You just got to start small and then go for it.
If you want the recipe for the what the heck?
The ketchup? Oh, there it is. I saw it.
All right, I'm leaving the ketchup. Somebody asked about the ketchup. We've shown you guys how to make ketchup and other condiments, fermenting them and stuff. There's the link right there. You can watch the video. You can open it up in another tab and save it. Look at this, 3,900 views. I will tell you this too, that ever since I started talking about the chemtrails and what's going on in the skies, we've been getting shadow banned. Somebody else even texted me, one of my buddies. He's like, man, I think something's going on with your channel, man. Look, this is what's up. Normally you got this going on. I'm like, yeah, I know, whatever. All right, where do you get microgreen seeds?
Oh my goodness. You know what?
Hotter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I making you hot? You guys can go to Barefoot Microgreens. Go on Instagram. And Barefoot Microgreens, she has a kit. So you have a little video on it and then all the stuff that you need for it. And you guys can go there. So go check out Barefoot Microgreens right now because she's got a few in stock. So if you guys want to learn how to do it, everything is right there.
Otherwise, where do you get your seeds at?
For microgreens?
Yeah.
Well, you can go Morgan County Seeds.
And that's it.
Well, that's where I like to get them from.
You have to look for microgreen seeds, or what
yes,
do you look
it'll tell you. It'll tell you because see, you don't want to use a little pack of seeds, because you're going to do a lot. So they'll come in a bigger batch, and they'll be microgreens. It can be like, kale, or it could be arugula, or it could be radishes, or it could be a spring mix, or however. But it'll say microgreens.
What's the best water brand?
Oh, you talk about it when you go out?
Yeah.
Well, the ones that you're going to see all the time if you go out to a gas station or Evian and Fiji. They always have those too. There's Voss. I like. Is it Eternal?
Yeah.
Yeah, Eternal. Yeah, VOSS and Eternal. You got to be really careful. You'll go and you'll get a bottle of water. You need to read on it, and it'll say, you know, fresh from the city, whatever. Tap. What was it that one day you go and you think you're getting like spring
There's
water?
one it says spring water, and I was reading the thing, and I was like, "Where's this water from?" And it was like, "This water is bottled at the source in Hazelwood, Missouri." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know where Hazelwood, Missouri is. There's no mountain or spring there. Oh my goodness.
You have to be really watch out for your water, because a lot of times you get a gallon of water and it's just water from the city. So make sure you read it and where it's from and all that.
It's so crazy, y'all. And that they can get away with that. And you know what? If they really wanted to stop global warming, one of the first things to do would be get rid of plastics. It's causing all kinds of estrogen problems in men and women, especially men. And it's so bad for the environment. Like that stuff spilled over in the train wreck, right? And they told you how bad that was. And that was the byproduct or products of making the plastics, right? So why can't we just get rid of plastics right off the bat instead of our cars and gasoline? Let's get rid of plastics right off the bat and start there. Oh, they won't like that.
No.
They won't like that. Icelandic water.
Yeah, that's a good one too. There's quite a few.
How often do you give your dog garlic for ticks and fleas? Funny you should ask.
She just got hers today. So I give her a clove I have a bigger dog, so she gets a clove every day. I'll go for a few weeks. I'll probably maybe go for like a month or so, and then I'll take a couple weeks off, and then I'll do it again, just to give her time off. And then I do it all through the flea and tick season. And the crazy thing is the ticks are really, 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 really bad.
Already.
Right at the beginning of spring.
Yep.
So I always check her I'll check and see, I'll brush her, get them off, run my hands on her. And then every night I'm always rubbing her. And when I do the garlic, she may get her ticks on her. But those things do not want to, they'll be like, just like resting there. They don't want to dig in at all. So
they come right off. Some of them just walk around and we just pick them up.
Yeah, so that's basically what we do.
The videos are super searchable, right? Like that person wanted to have the ketchup. So all you have to do is write fermented ketchup off-grid Doug, right? If you want to know how we do laundry, doing laundry, off-grid Doug.
No,
right?
you're going to say off-grid Stacy.
No, always off-grid Doug. If you want to know how we grow food, like growing onions, off-grid Doug. If you want to learn anything, right? Whatever, off-grid Doug. Because then those are the first few keywords, and that'll pull you right to our videos, everything we talk about. So easy for you to find. Do you have salt in every glass of water? Well, you can have Soleil.
Well, no, not in every glass of water. You don't want to do that.
Or
here's another good thing you can do. Is like in the morning, the first thing you're going to do your Soleil. You can do that. And the thing is if you're going to be sweating and you're out, let's say you're a guy, you've been working in the sun all day long, or you're a roofer or whatever, definitely you're going to need to replace your electrolytes. So you could add a little squirt of Soleil in that, because that's basically like drinking a good electrolyte drink. But even just getting a little bit of salt, putting it on your tongue, and then you could, take a drink of water, you could do that too. So. Yeah, there's someone, Tammy says, I hear that they're putting stuff in the bottled water too.
You're going to put stuff in everything.
This is what's really, this what makes me sick.
And no one's watching nothing. And no one's being held accountable.
The plastics are really makes you sick. It really is. I mean, look at all the endocrine disruption that all this plastic's doing for men and women and children. If you could get away from using plastics, I mean, that was the one thing when we moved, I got rid of any kind of plastic that I have. I mean, all mason jars, all glass containers, all stainless steel, all glass, whatever. Try to get rid of all the plastics, because that stuff is just leaching. Like if you have to get something that's stored and it's in plastic, I mean, I'll take it out immediately, let it air out if I have to, and then put it in something else. But if you guys could start getting away from all this plastic, I mean, it's just so bad for us and the environment and everything. Pretty soon we're going to
But the DuPonts, they liked it.
So, yeah, that is just one thing we can just start doing. And then I don't know why most of these places, they still have those plastic bags at the grocery store and the regular stores you go to. Like when we went to Florida, how many years? It's been a long time we went in Florida. I remember I had to go to the store, and I went in there, and they were like, I mean, I didn't have a bag or anything because we ended up flying, and in Hawaii, they're like, they didn't have a bag. Either I needed to buy one from them or I had to carry out myself. And I'm like, well, this is pretty cool. This is what they need to do here. And a lot of people were saying that was coming here, but shoot, that's how many years has that been? It's been a long time. So we need to just stop using so much plastic. It's all good for us not to have plastic.
Freeze dry food is good. They're expensive, those freeze dryers, but man, they're good.
Yeah.
And it preserves the food's nutrition.
Yeah, it'll totally keep it in.
Locks
and it'll last you like 25, 30 years.
Locks it in.
Yep.
Somebody was asking us, who was that? They said, you want to do a freeze dryer thing, I'm like, I can't.
So Trey, no.
I don't have no power to do a freeze dryer.
Gregory wants to know, feed your cows garlic and mineral to help with flies. Yes.
Get your Redmond garlics. It's actually made for the cows. They have a whole little thing out there.
The sheep, the horses,
and the
anything.
Cows,
so I give those to them during the fly months. They will not want to be around them. It's crazy. It's not, I mean, they're going to be around, but it's nothing like they used to be so bad. It's nuts. It really is. I started doing that a couple years ago, and it's really wonderful. It works well. So Redmond also makes, salt for the livestock. So they have one.
They have a whole ag department.
So Redmond Ag, and then you can get the garlic.
And you can use our link and save some money.
Yes, it's got the garlic with the salt. And then you can put it free choice, or you can maybe mix it in their feed. I found for our guys, they don't really like it mixed in the feed as much. They would prefer have it free choice. So I just leave it free choice, and I put it in a tub, and then they could lick it when they want to.
And they do. And
but it works
flies
great.
Off of them. It's scientifically proven. For shizzle. Hey, Doug and Stacy, I need your prayers. Okay, Scott, what you got? Scott's an OG homestead homie. Everyone else, too, if you wouldn't mind. I appreciate it. I live in a hole right now, and I'm getting flooded. Oh. All right, then.
Well, I hope.
Get to the high ground.
Yeah, high ground.
Get to the high ground.
And if you need to, don't let your battery run out on your phone.
And make sure you get that stuff dry as fast as you can, man. You don't want mold settling in on you.
Get lots of fans.
Yeah.
Oh, NK Walk wants to know, can you use garlic powder on the dog's food for ticks? Here's the one about the ticks and the dogs and the garlic and the fleas. You have to use fresh garlic, and you have to crush it, because it's not going to be as potent. The second it dries out, you're going to lose all of its potency. It's going to still have a little bit, but if you really want to use it for what it's for, I would not use any dried or anything like that. It needs to be fresh. So you need to get a garlic press and crush it. So like if you had a little bitty dog, you're not going to use a whole clove. I'm not sure how much you would do. Just look it up on the internet and ask how much garlic for like a 10-pound dog.
Chickens will eat you don't have to buy nothing for chickens. I'm just here to tell you. They don't need none of your scratch or your special Purina feed that doesn't allow them to lay eggs. I mean, they'll eat deer carcasses, they eat bugs, they eat snakes, they eat grass, they'll eat your table scrap, anything you throw out there, they'll eat it. So you guys, I'm a proponent of saying y'all are probably spending way too much money on homesteading, way more than you need to. You don't need. Chickens are so out there, man. They eat all kinds of things. It's a wonder they're even clean animals.
Okay, I'm reading a lot of things on here. People are saying, isn't garlic bad, allergic for dogs? It could be toxic for dogs. The study from that was,
Bunked.
I mean, it must, I don't know.
It was debunked already. Somebody already wrote it.
No, but what it was is the amount of garlic, it was like a test. It would have been like, a
truckload,
40 bulbs of garlic that they fed, the study that they did. So I always tell you guys, a great book is called Forever Dog by Dr. Karen Becker. It's a great book. She'll explain everything about spaying and neutering, about food and all the different things you can feed your dogs. Raw food diet, cooked diet, what kind of food to get, what treats you get. I mean, everything. I mean, it's just amazing. Very good book. So garlic is not going to harm the dog on the studies. You can, do more research on it. You don't have to listen to me, but the book is really good. This is just what I've done for all my dogs, and this seems to work the best. So I do enjoy that. And just for even you guys, always give yourself a tick check at the end of the day when you're if you're outside, just to make sure those little boogers don't get on you. Okay.
Fly bites on humans, I don't know. Like, are they bothering you? You could put some bentonite clay on them, which you can get in our link, which I'll leave in the comment section right now. Y'all, it's funny that we do it, but the fact of the matter is the Redmond clay and the Redmond salt are off the chain. They have the salt has the minerals that your body needs. If you look up what your bones are made of, and then you look up at the minerals in this Redmond salt, it's, you know,
the soil too,
and the soil, right? I mean, this is what your body needs. The reason why salt, your doctor tells you salt is bad for you, is because it's been stripped of all the minerals that your body needs, and they're only producing or, you know, giving you the sodium, the white bleached bromated,
not bromated,
the white bleached sodium, and that is what your body does not like because there's no balance. You're getting all sodium and no other minerals, no balance.
And to get the balance, you need the potassium with the sodium.
And they know it. And then what happens? You get the high blood pressure. You go to the doctor puts you on the pill. And then you're on the pill forever. And then anytime you talk about salt, like right now, if you went to talk to the doctor about Redmond salt, don't take that salt. Take this pill.
Well, and here's the other thing. The salt, everything, you know, we are minerals. The earth is minerals. We are of the earth. We all that. You can also take like a teaspoon of salt, put it in a 5-gallon bucket. You can kind of, you know, mix it all up. And you could use that to water your plants, you know, in the earth. And it'll also help replenish, you know, some of the minerals and kind of fertilize it.
Yes, we will come to Ohio. We will never be going back to you know where, but we will come to Ohio. Probably 2 places, but for sure 1. And stay tuned. I'm working on all my little details. We're just trying to finish up the last few things. And then, you know, we'll probably be like midsummer, fall stuff where we're really kind of moving around quite a bit more. All right, Stacy, do you recommend a water ionizer?
I mean, Doug and I don't do it, but you know, there's a lot of these things. A lot of these things people like. I mean, I'm not really up on that, so I can't really.
You're probably spending way too much money on this stuff. Man,
well, a lot of these things with the water, and they say they heat. There's a lot of
good
stuff
behind it,
that.
but a lot of it's gimmicky too. Like, just stick to the good basics, right? Your body needs the good minerals. Your body's got to have the water. So a lot of y'all are drinking, you know, water, but it's not has the minerals in it. So the water, when you drink it, can't attach to your cell walls. So you constantly feel like you're not getting enough water, and then you drink too much. It passes through you so fast you can't get it into your cell walls. So when you start drinking water properly and you're sipping it and it has the minerals in it, that really helps. When you keep your gut healthy, you're eating fermented foods, you're drinking a fermented drink, no fried foods, you know, no dairy at the Dairy Queen and all this stuff, no sodies, no monster drinks, you know, all that stuff is designed to steal your money and to get you into the big pharma system. Yeah,
Okay, so listen to Ted. Ted Dembowski changed his diet a year ago. 6 to 7 months later, stopped taking all medicine for heart and blood pressure and was 287 pounds. Now, this weekend, he is 199 pounds.
See there? And he probably feels good. He has more energy. His bones are feeling better.
And you know what? It is simple. It really is simple, but you just got to be consistent and take little baby steps. Just can't expect things to happen overnight, but you will get better. You will get better, for sure. And then someone asked, would you do Soleil and Redmond, the red, like relight? You could do the relight, and then if you're hot and sweaty doing stuff, maybe you can do the Soleil. Or maybe one day you don't do the relight. You know what I'm saying?
The code's automatic when you use our link. So it just happens automatic. You just go there, load up the cart with all the goodies, and then when you check out, it's all automatic as long as you use our link. Because they're all smart like that now with these little setups they have.
I'm going to write. Somebody see a question. I have to figure out what I'll write here. Mariah wants to know what are 5 key medicinal plants to grow. I have to think about that. I don't know if I could do 5. Let's think. I'm going to write them down. You keep talking, and I'm going to write them down here and see what I can come up with.
But yeah, the wind's been weathery, crazy. We couldn't have our video tonight. We're actually at our property. We're just sitting in the RV. because the wind was so bad today. We didn't get a fire going, and it got kind of chilly. And we were both in here just kind of working on our books and stuff we've been working on. No, I don't drink beer. It's bad for your gut, and it's bad for my butt.
And it's bad for your testosterone, guys.
Yes, it is. Imagine that. Bad for your testosterone. And then you guys go to the bar, you be drinking it, and you think you got testosterone.
I mean, you're better. Okay, if you're gonna drink, you're better to do more distilled spirits like tequila,
Scotch,
from a good place.
brandies,
bourbon.
Yeah,
Something
vodkas,
that's good quality.
You know,
if you're gonna
stuff.
do it. Yeah.
And definitely you don't want that watered down sissy beer. All right. Grounding and earthing is awesome. Please do it daily. That's one of your keys to health. Definitely. Definitely. AG1 Athletic Green. They keep writing it. What do you think about AG1 Athletic Green? Never heard of it.
Are they athletic greens? I don't know. I don't know that.
Is that some kind of kush?
No, it could be. It could be. It could be like a green drink. Yeah, I don't know.
Called spirits for a reason. Yeah. No. Thank you for being such an encouragement and not putting us down who are struggling. Right, you guys, sometimes I'll put you down a little bit. But, that's just to kind of rally you a little bit, right? You guys, you can all do this. Like we did this. We did it. We went cold turkey to the off-grid life. We built a house. We never built nothing. I never built nothing. I built a log cabin in 90 days. I slept in a tent, lived with the dogs, talked to her on the phone. We growed our own food. We started from scratch. We didn't know nothing, man. We stumbled our way through. We took notes. Then we started teaching. 8 years. I'm submersed with the Amish 100%, learning all their lifestyle, eating with them, fencing, doing all this stuff. And all we want to do is share this with you guys and just try to help you guys, get out of the city life, get out of the box. You know what I mean? Because they are literally putting you in a box, and pretty soon they're going to hammer the lid shut. Soleil is going to last on your counter, a long time. Just you're going to use it before it could go bad or anything. You know what I mean? It's just salt and water. So.
And then someone was asking about.
Everyone's so used to expiration dates on everything.
I'm all about here. Like I do the drink here called Shrub.
Yes.
Which is 1 part of raw apple cider vinegar, 1 part of raw honey, and 1 part of whatever fruit. Like if it's strawberry season or if it's blackberry season, I'll put the fruits in there and you let it set for a week or so, and then you can strain the fruit out of it or keep it in there if you want to, and then it'll last. It's very shelf stable. So that I like things that are shelf stable, like your vinegar. You don't have to put that in the refrigerator. And my honey fermented garlic or my honey fermented ginger, whatever I'm doing, all that is very shelf stable, so it works out good. Then someone was asking about grounding shoes. My favorite one is the Zero shoes, but it's spelled with an X, Xero. They have boots, they have sandals, they have tennis shoes. They're awesome, wonderful. I love them. Someone just wrote about how do we ground in the winter. Honestly, you guys.
In the snow.
I'll take my shoes off and I'll go out and just walk in it. And you know what?
In the ice.
You just think, I can do it. And then once you do it, you kind of get that. Ooh. And then you walk through it.
And then right before they go numb, it feels like you're doing the glass thing. So it's awesome. So you're like, I'm walking on the glass. And then you're like, no, I'm freezing.
But it's not, you don't even have to necessarily go that long.
I'm just teasing.
You can walk outside, and it's just one of those things where the cold is just great for your body. It helps your nervous system also. And then you're getting a little grounding too. So I'll do walk outside if I have to walk outside to go somewhere. Like if, let's say you live in a subdivision or you're in an apartment, just maybe if you have to go take the trash out, or who knows, just go barefoot and then come back.
I don't know about this electro culture. All of a sudden it just pops up. All these years we've been on, growing food out here, and all these 5 years, 6, 7, 8, 7 years on YouTube and watching everybody do their thing and teaching people. And now all of a sudden this year, this electro culture is popping up, and it's like the bee's knees, and everyone's going out and buying copper, which is expensive, and shoving it in the ground, wrapping it around their plants. So I don't know, but when we get our plants going, because we're a little behind because of this weather, right? We'll do a little section, and we'll show you this versus that and see what's up with this stuff. But yeah, I've been hearing it too. Please hit that thumbs up. 3,200 people, 4,600 people in the live show. Only 3,200 thumbs ups. It just shows you care.
Okay, so let's see. I'm still trying to make sure on my 5. If I had to pick 5 herbs for my favorite.
Most get the pitchers that are stainless steel. Like get yourself a little small counter Berkey or something. You don't have to get a pitcher that's plastic.
Well, they're talking a lot of those. The pure are different ones. They come in the plastic.
Just don't get the plastic one.
Well, they don't. They I don't
just
know
get a stainless steel Berkey or an Alexa Pure.
Oh, they're talking about the little ones that you buy.
I know. Just don't buy that one. Just get the other one.
You can get a smaller one.
They make small ones.
Yeah, they make portable ones that you can take with you. And then you have to worry about that. Now, someone was asking about bursitis. So bursitis is when you see itis at the end of the word, it means inflammation. And whatever's before the itis is where it is, like plantar fasciitis. That's the bottom of your foot, your plantar. Bursitis is the bursa sac is inflamed. So the big thing for that is inflammation. So look at what's going on. And I'm going to say it again. Watch out and look at your diet. Your insulin levels could definitely cause your itises to happen. Your itises. So any of your itises.
Itises and isms. We don't like them around here.
So, look at what you're putting in your body. Fried foods, not drinking enough water, not having the proper, nutrients in your body.
Food and water, man. Everything I'm telling you guys.
And then the sugar, the carbohydrates, all those things, eating your good leafy greens, all those things are wonderful. So that could definitely help. So that's what could help with that. All right. Let's see what else.
Yeah, we're always serious about moving.
Oh, he's just saying that. You
never know where we'll end up, man. We when we tell you guys, we're serious just like we tell it to you, right? We're not trees. This isn't the Garden of Eden up in here. It's fine for now. This is a chapter of our life, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Never say never. Aloha from Ohio.
Aloha.
That's kind of funny, isn't it, Luke?
Craig Michelle wants to know, Hinderman, how to build your toilet compost pit. Go over it real quick.
No, but you can watch the videos, and I'll link it for you right here. I have a whole playlist on it.
And you can see it. It'll be better that way.
It's super easy to watch. It's a good watch. And also, I'm going to have some videos coming up because I have to make a new pit anyway, so just stay tuned. But so you can kind of get yourself used to it and the idea of it all. There's the playlist right there in the comment section, and you guys can check it out. I don't know if a heat pump would be a good fit investment. A heat pump is, I guess, okay.
For what?
It's going to work dual purpose. You're going to, pay the money for the air conditioner and the heat pump. But I know below, 30 degrees or 25, 28 degrees or something, they're not effective, right? So then you have to have another source of heat. So, it's not bad. Mom has a heat pump on her place, her log cabin over there on her place. But, I don't know.
Okay, so someone just wrote how to fight fatigue. So the big thing for a lot of us, if you eat something high carbohydrate breakfast in the morning, it will make you tired later on in the day. If you eat good eggs, something, a salad, something that is not going to be high carbohydrate in the morning, that'll make a huge difference in how you feel. When you eat something that has carbohydrates, high carbohydrates, like breads, pasta, cereals, crackers, even like eating a lot of oatmeal that you're not having some proteins in there to help kind of counterbalance it, it's going to make you feel like that later on or make you get hungry quicker. So if you're eating something that has, like I like ghee here, if you're cooking with lard or if you're beef tallow or something like that, a good saturated fat or coconut oil, that's going to help satisfy you to get to the next meal. But just eating a good, healthy breakfast. I know a lot of people, we don't do bacon here, but if you have bacon and you have eggs or, an omelet, you put a bunch of vegetables in there. You could have a scramble. You could put some meat in there if you want to, something like that. It will be hearty. That will fill you up to get you to the next part. And that's going to give you, it'll help you with your energy too. But generally, that's the thing. I think a person's diet will make a big difference in how they feel throughout the day. And if you eat high carbohydrate in the morning, you're going to be sluggish later on.
We're RVing riding our yard, y'all. We ain't gone nowhere. We just happened to be hanging out in here, so we thought we'd have the live show because the wind was whipping about 50 to 60 miles an hour today. So we didn't fire up the wood stove. Stacy said, well, it's kind of cold in here. So we thought we'd just have it into the RV since we were already kind of hanging out in here anyways. The secret's out. We actually live in the RV.
Yeah, we're living in an RV on our property. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, someone asked about my
It's already an hour in now.
5 best medicinal herbs.
Yeah, she wrote them down.
I'm trying to think. I'm like having a brain fart here. I can't
Fish
think.
oil.
I do. I'm trying. It's so hard now. Now I can't even think of all my herbs. What are all the herbs?
We like
All
our
right.
comfrey.
Wait, stop. I'm going to go over them. I got to think.
You just asked me a question.
Okay. Well, do you know them?
Yeah, we like comfrey. We like our lamb's quarter.
That's not an herb.
Oh, no, herb.
Okay, so here we go. I really love, and some of you will be like, ooh, no. Cilantro is one of the best heavy metal detoxifiers. It's wonderful. I love the taste of it. I love it in all my foods. I put it in my salads. I put it in my sandwiches. I put it in all my taco nights. I love cilantro, and it's very good for your body. So if you're one of these people who love cilantro, it's definitely worthwhile. I grow a big old patch of it because I just love it to death. And you can get a slow bolting cilantro, so just look at that for the name, or if you're ordering it, slow bolt cilantro, that's a good one. Another one that I love, and I talk about it a lot, is right out my front door, and this year I'm very excited because a lot more patches have grown. I love lemon balm. I use it as a bug repellent. When I walk out, I'll just wipe it on my clothes and on my skin and when I go out. I love it in teas. I love it fresh. It's wonderful to help relax, reduce your anxiety. It helps you in the evening. So I like lemon balm. And it has a beautiful lemony flavor and taste. So I do use lemon balm a lot. You can make tinctures out of it also. Cayenne pepper. We've talked about cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is probably one of the best things known to man.
Hold on.
What?
Rock Lick says that his tastes like soap. Do you want to tell him why?
Because there's a certain population, a percentage in their genes. I don't know if it's like 20% or something like that. That's what it makes it taste like
cilantro.
For you. Cilantro.
Tastes like
yes.
soap.
Yes.
So you won't enjoy eating it.
No, so you don't want that. That's what I'm saying. Some people don't like it, so they can't stand it. But that's what they think it tastes like.
Right.
So,
goodbye. Sorry.
Okay. But a majority of the population can tolerate it.
And you should eat it.
And if you're not sure, some people, maybe in other countries, may not call it cilantro. They call it coriander. A lot of you guys get the seeds and it says coriander. That's just cilantro after it's grown into the plant. All right. So lemon balm is my other one. Then cayenne pepper, because cayenne pepper is just amazing. You can grow it, at home in your garden or in a little bucket, a 5-gallon bucket. You could do on your back porch. Then you can dry them. You can dehydrate them out, and then you can grind them up. Use them to sprinkle and put on your foods. You can make a tincture. And then you have a cayenne pepper tincture, or you can grind it, or if somebody needs it. We had been talking about, Dr. John Christopher, and then him talking about how cayenne pepper helps to regulate the blood pressure. So in cases of emergency, if you find someone's having a heart attack or a stroke or something, what it's going to do is if you give them like a teaspoon of cayenne pepper and they drink it, it's going to kind of help them to get to emergency care where they need to get to. A lot of people live out in the country. Maybe you're not able to get anywhere. You can read about Dr. John Christopher, his work with cayenne pepper, but there's countless things on the internet about the benefits of cayenne pepper in your health, your circulatory system, and all that is just very well using cayenne pepper. So I like cayenne pepper. My other one I would pick would be oregano, because I could use oregano for myself. It's definitely very antibiotic. You can make tinctures out of it, use it in your foods, add it to apple cider vinegar if you wanted to add the benefits of it and put it in the flavor of your vinegar. You could do it like that. You could also just dehydrate it using it as an herb, but I make and grow a lot of oregano because I also use it with my chickens, because it is basically to help them from coccidosis, to help them from, all these different things that chickens might get. So what I do is I dry it out and I will crumble it up, and in my feed, when I'm making it out of my seeds, the sunflower seeds and the different seeds that I have, I'll put it in my feed, and it makes your feed smell wonderful, and it will help deter from pests where your feed is too. So I love the oregano for that. Another one that I totally would want a lot of you guys to start growing if you can is comfrey. Comfrey is a plant. It is beautiful. It's starting to, bloom now, and it has these beautiful little purpley flowers that the pollinators just adore because it starts a little earlier than some of the other plants. And it is a nitrogen fixer in your soil. It has very, very deep tap roots, goes way down in the earth. So I know a lot of people like to plant them around their fruit trees because it will help with them. But wherever you plant it, it's going to stay there. It's going to keep spreading and going all over. I've put a lot of mine, I have them in little raised beds, and they're even coming out all over the place. But they're going to get very big. But the cool thing about them is you can go and you can cut them off and harvest them. The leaves are highly mineral rich. So for my sheep, for the chickens, I'll chop it up. You can give it to them. It's a great alternative to some feed. So if you're looking to cut down on your feed bills, comfrey is so nutrient dense. It's just amazing. And it's also good for any sprains, strains, broken bones, any of that you can make.
I thought you were going to say automobiles.
You can make a poultice and help with healing. So I mean, it's something that you can use for more than one thing. So
I'm leaving in the comment section right now. I'm leaving in the comment section a video Stacy did about the herbs, and she goes over them, talks about each one very in depth. And everyone who's watched it has left very nice comments about it, how informative it was, and everything else. And I'm leaving the comments in the comment section.
Because in that one, I didn't talk about the comfrey. I didn't do the comfrey in that one, and I don't think I did the cayenne in that one. I just
but
herbs,
you did the thyme. You didn't even talk about thyme here.
No, not yet. No.
Yeah.
I was just talking about easy ones you can grow.
Right.
I think on that one I did more on like a perennial. Well, the cilantro is not a perennial. The comfrey will come back every year. The lemon balm will come back every year. The oregano will come back every year. The only two that won't, I just talked about, was the cayenne and the cilantro. So those you're going to have to replant. But if you have a good window, a lot of people overwinter their pepper plants, because pepper plants, as they grow, they're going to get a really thick, trunk. So when you have that really thick trunk, it's like a little bitty mini tree, and then you can overwinter it and then bring it back outside. Can you eat beets raw? Of course you can. Oh, they're wonderful.
And the greens.
So the beets, shred them. You can put them in salads, or you can do little slices. I also did. You could link another video. I did potato chips.
We have so many videos for you guys.
I did beet chips. They're really good. Just like potato chip. I did beet chips.
We get iodine in our food. We don't really take any iodine.
No, yes, yeah. You iodine.
Do that?
Because iodine is from kelp, like seaweed. So iodine, you're going to get it from kelp and seaweed.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thoridine kelp.
What?
Was Thor?
No, that's for the animals.
No, they make human.
No, I like, one supplement that we do take, because we live in the Midwest. So people who live closer to oceans, the soil is better off with, iodine or, seaweed and all that. And iodine is from the seaweed. There's bladderwrack and algae and all that. The wrapping that they use for sushi, that's also like seaweed. So we do like a supplement that has bladderwrack and
bladderwrack,
algae and sea kelp. Yeah.
Don't tell me this stuff. Somebody said ghee is bad and you get kidney stones. If you suffer from kidney stones, you shouldn't have ghee. Can you imagine that?
Well, the thing with kidney stones is you need to really make sure that you are drinking apple cider vinegar.
I never heard of
in your water. Apple cider vinegar in your water is very healthful. Yeah. Raw apple cider vinegar, and making sure you're drinking plentiful.
Not coffee and tea.
Here, for kidney issues, you want to look at the oxalates, high oxalate type foods. So a lot of some of the leafy greens do have some oxalates. You can go online and find out all the different oxalate type foods. And then maybe if you are suffering from those, maybe don't eat those as much. Chocolate is one too, you guys. So just, look into that stuff.
And no, we can't send you no cilantro to California. So it is invasive species. So you have to be careful. Cilantro.
Invasive? No, it's not.
No, comfrey.
Oh, comfrey can be, yes.
Yeah, so you have to be careful where you put that stuff in the ground. I mean, you don't want to wipe out a whole ecosystem because it's not a native plant. You know what I mean? So you have to be careful. So they don't really allow you to ship stuff like that in the mail and across the borders and all this stuff. You got to fill out ag papers and all this kind of business. That's why they like the seeds, because it's a lot easier and there's no plant there yet. All right, man. 60 minutes in. Do you know if there's anything you can do for low T? Yeah, Stacy did a video about it. Type in low T off-grid Doug.
Okay, here's another one for that. That was just kind of a fun video.
So what? It was facts.
But here's, if you really are suffering that, if you go on a lower carbohydrate diet, like a keto, a carnivore even, check into Dr. Ken Berry on YouTube. He does a lot of really good stuff, and you can learn about it. But you guys can fix all this stuff and stop drinking all the beer. That's another one. You know, alcohol, a lot of alcohol, and you know, just you got to look at what you're eating. You guys can fix
food, man.
You can fix all this stuff. I mean, everything that keeps coming up.
You got to have the proper inputs, man.
Low carbohydrates. If you could go below like 50 grams of carbs for the day, great. Try to cut out all the chocolate cakes and all the Twinkies and all this kind of stuff, and just eat like real food. Don't drink soda. Please get rid of soda.
You don't need milk either. You can drink a whole glass of milk. You get 0 vitamin D. That was all a scam.
You're in the. Oh, here's another thing. Now you guys want to learn something about vitamin D? Sit down. This is really cool. This is very interesting. So you get the most vitamin D, of course, from the sunlight. So we all need to get the sunlight. So how many people go out in the sun and they immediately go in and they take a shower and they wash everything off?
With soap.
You are washing off because it
doesn't even soak into your skin.
It takes 2 to 3 hours after you're out in the sun for it to absorb into your skin. So when you're outside, you know, and you're going to go take a shower, don't do it. Wait a little bit. And then if you have to, just rinse off with some water, but do not use soap, because that time you were in the sun is not going to even be worth it at all. Okay, so you need to make sure that you are definitely not taking a shower. So wait 2 or 3 hours after you're in the sunshine, and then that way you're going to absorb all that good stuff. Okay, so I thought that was kind of very interesting, because how many people just will go there? They'll go to the beach or they'll go wherever, and then they go take a shower and scrub it off. Okay, pretty cool, huh? Someone just says, what about mullein? Mullin's awesome, wonderful for the respiratory system. It's the most beautiful plant. I've had the hardest time trying to grow it from seed here. I don't know why. You know, I go find it, it's all around, and I would love to have it in one of my raised beds, but I don't know why it won't do it here. But I'm trying. One of these years I'll get it.
Oof.
All right.
Dr. Berg, of course we know him. He calls us all the time and gets information from us so he can make videos. Dr. Eric Berg calls us for info.
You're so funny. All right. So do you ferment your homemade chicken feed? Yeah, I use 5-gallon buckets, and then you put your feed in it. Okay. It's best to get like 3 buckets or so you have backups, and then I'll put my feed in there, and then I put my water in, I'll cover up and let it ferment for, 2-3 days or so, and then go ahead and feed it to them, and then I'll have my next one going. So I just keep doing it.
And we feel about showering every day. We feel terrible about it. It's another lie you guys been fed. Showering every day.
It's crazy. Now I used to think, oh my gosh, I have to take a shower today. I got to take a shower. I got to wash this. I got to do this. My skin was dry. My hair was dry. And then now it's like, if we'll go someplace and it's like, oh, we could take a shower if we're out of town or whatever, but we don't take a shower every day because it's so bad for your skin. I'm thinking I'm washing all that good microbiome off of my skin.
The skin is the largest organ on your whole body. And you guys are constantly purelling it to death, killing all the bacteria.
Not everybody.
I know, but you're so worried about the garden and the garden soil and all this stuff, or what you're feeding your animals, your dogs, your cats, and everything. But then all the while, you're just brutalizing yourself. You're wiping all your microbiome off your body. You're, eating processed foods and fried foods and very little greens and all this stuff, man.
Always eat a live food with every meal. Think about that. Just try to.
You shower once a week, man. That's almost too much.
No, that's good. Stop it. Oh my gosh. And if you have to go and take a shower, just wash the parts that need to be washed, like your underarms and you know where else.
I know everybody already switched to the straw hats, and I put one on. I got a new one, and it looked kind of goofy. And then the weather stayed cold, so
So he's
I
been
stay
good,
with my
yeah.
black hats. But pretty soon you guys will see me in my straw hat nonstop. I just got to get it better in my.
You like that? That's what I got
It's
you a
an
good
okay,
one.
but it's just the shape of it's all goofy. I got to get it shaped up. Yeah, we're sure about it.
About what?
Radishes have excellent health benefits. All food grown in the soil have excellent health benefits.
So radishes are wonderful, but please don't just eat the radish. The greens are loaded, even though they have little hairs on them sometimes. Some radish varieties aren't as bad, but you can go ahead and saute some of the radish greens. The greens are really loaded in nutrition. All those greens, your beet greens, your radish greens, just turnip greens, all those are wonderful. So you can heat them up and
shower when
get
it
those.
rains. Okay, whenever it rains, you get your bar soap. You want to shower. Otherwise, you don't need.
All right, Crooked Creek Shooting has a very good question today.
Uh-oh.
Is
he going to win the prize?
No, because it's funny because I deal with this all the time. Besides the fence, how do you keep free-range chickens from destroying landscape? Shoo, 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 shoo.
No, that takes training. It takes Molly.
But I'm all constantly, the little darn boogers, man, they're just getting into, I have these little, like raised bedding things that Doug put between the house and the outside kitchen. And I'm keep trying to put my perennials in there. I got some catnip. I got some echinacea, some yarrow. Well, they finally, after all the years, destroyed it. Well, they didn't get up there and scratch and dig. And I'm like, oh, get out of here. And you can put netting over it until it really fills out, like when it's starting to come back. I have this black netting that I got at the farm and home. It came in a big roll, and I just cut it in pieces and lay it over stuff because they don't want to get on it. So that might help until it starts to grow. But the hard part is in the beginning, in spring, when everything comes back, is when the chickens come and they dig up everything. So I don't know. It's a hard one. You know,
the struggle is real, y'all.
We put a
growing food is not easy.
Yeah, I put a fence.
Otherwise, you guys would be doing it.
And we put a fence around our garden, which is very helpful. So the chickens really can't go get in there.
Is stevia good to sweeten with?
Yes, if you use real stevia, green stevia that you grew yourself, or if you buy green stevia that has not been put maltodextrin or any other things in there.
Make sure it doesn't have
maltodextrin.
That's right.
Because a lot of the white packs that you see at the stores and stuff, it's going to have that. You don't want that. So green stevia, or you can do a stevia extract that's in an alcohol base. I really like the one from Trader Joe's. It has a nice flavor. But honestly, for me personally, because sometimes it kind of has a little bit of an aftertaste, but I like it because it's lower glycemic. So I just like the green stevia that I just dry. And then when I'm making my tea, sometimes I'll just crumble a little piece or so and put it in there, and it'll sweeten it up perfect. And I think that one, the stevia that I've dried, or just use the fresh leaf, tastes the best. So if you guys can get it or grow it, just know if you are going to grow it and you put it under the little heat mat, that you have to put a lot of extra seeds because the germination is much lower on the stevia.
Look, that's a real problem, right? Cats in your garden, okay? I'm not going to even mess around with it. I will shoot them. All right? I'm not messing around. That's my food over there, and they have plenty of places to go. I told Stacy already, too, I am not messing around with cats in the garden because all they're doing in there is making your garden a poop box.
So
and it's disgusting. Cats have some of the most disgusting poop. I don't know if you guys looked up this stuff. No, thank you. And I will take them out.
So the netting works great. So what I do with the netting is the plants start to grow. I'll put it like a stake, like a little wooden stake in there. So it tents over so the plants can grow until they get full enough that I won't have any issues like that.
I ain't even playing. What's the secret to handling bees without a bee suit? Go in the middle of the day when they're all out busy doing their thing, and just be calm, cool, and collected. And don't be putting on perfumes and stinky stuff. And, you know, you've seen me and Dr. Leo go out and handle the bees with no suits on. I mean, he takes a couple here and there. I've been stung too, but
The worst though
I
is when
like
it
it the
gets in your,
best.
it goes in and gets in your beard.
Yeah, but I think I honestly I like the no garb beekeeping the best. You know, because you're really in tune. So, but yeah, you just got to be cool. Yeah, I look tired. How are you? I'm great. Yeah, I'm tired. It's what is it? It's almost 9 o'clock here. That's about our bedtime. I actually work my butt off all day, every day, right? So I was out doing orders today. I got your orders ready that I ship out. Then what I did, had to work in the woodlot for a little while. Then I came home here. I peeled up some of the gardens, started some more with that. Then I worked on the off-grid booklet for a while, right? And then I got this live show going on. I'm answering emails, right? Setting up our conference, getting ready for the expo at the Okie Homesteading Expo. You know what I mean? So yeah, Doug's kind of could look tired at 9 o'clock at night, but thanks for noticing.
I used to have an aunt, and she used to, no matter, I could have looked like the best ever.
I wish we
every
had a
time
two-way so I could see what you look like tonight.
my aunt would always say, "Honey, you look so tired." Every time she saw me, that's what she would say. She never said anything else. She always said, "Yo, you look so tired."
Eggshells around the garden to keep out cats? I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think that would do it with our cats.
I don't think so. All right. How do you take care of the homestead when you are traveling? Well, first off, we're in our yard right now. We're not anywhere. We're at the homestead. And, we have family and we have friends and a couple of neighbors. And you guys are going to have to develop your systems so you can actually leave the homestead and attend one of these cool meetings and hang out with like-minded folks.
So, Jenny wants to know, did we immediately begin producing 90% of our food, or was it a gradual thing? Oh, of course. We did not, we're just like you guys. We started off, we knew nothing.
We started
about
off with
anything.
10,000 square feet.
We
We
knew
started off
nothing.
trying to grow 90% of our own food.
We knew nothing.
We actually tried to grow 100%, but we had to scale back and then learn.
And we learned from doing, and we just did it, and what I know now, and it's funny, this is our 14th year. And I just, I look back and I'm glad we went through all that, because it kind of brought me to a place of peace, I guess, where I really feel very comfortable with what we're doing now. And I know what I like to make, what's easy for me, what works, because everyone's going to be different, you guys. Some people like certain things, some people don't. Some person in your family might like this, someone might like this. So you're going to find out what you need or how much you need. Because a lot of people are asking, well, how much food do I need for this or that? Well, you have to look and see how much, you're going to eat. Do you have once a week? Are you going to have like a tomato sauce, or once a week are you going to use a whole jar of sauerkraut? And kind of figure that out when you're planning how much to plant. And then that way you can kind of go from there. But it took a little time, and now I've really scaled back and just basically use the stuff that I do a lot with, especially I love garlic and I love onions. I do a lot of garlic and onions, and I do a lot of herbs because I like to dry them out. I use them, like I was saying earlier, for our livestock and for us, or for medicinal things. So it just kind of, depends. And so I'll just make sure I'm getting something of everything in my garden, and that way it really, really helps.
So what happened? We got the chemtrailing hard last week, or just like everybody was reporting it, sending me pictures, taking the pictures in the skies, on the Twitter, on the email. Look at this, Doug, check it out. Then all this bad weather rolled through the country this week. They were talking about we were going to have a bomb cyclone again with the cold, hail. They had grapefruit size hail in Texas. And they said that hail stretched like most of the U.S. The whole eastern seaboard has been bad weather for the last couple of days. So now no chemtrailing right now. They always wait a day or two after the storm rolls through, and then they'll ramp back up again. Just keep your eyes on it and see if you guys start noticing a pattern, right? Because now my funny is, because a lot of y'all still think it's just the planes flying around, it's just a contrail. Then my funny joke is now on all these days, I'm like, look, there's not a single plane in the sky, because you don't see not one single. I mean, just think about it, y'all. All you have to do is use a little bit of the common sense that we're denying ourselves of, and you can see it for yourself. How do the Amish shoot down spy planes with their shotguns? I'm so glad I have learned how to make vinegar. The prices are through the roof right now. Prices on everything are through the
Oh my
roof.
gosh. Just like,
You guys, you don't even know. We are just getting this party started. The inflation is not going to get under control because they just de-dollared the whole globe right before your very eyes. I don't know if you understand the repercussions of that. They just de-dollarized the whole world. China and all these guys on purpose because the Saudis are scared we're going all electric over here, so they're going to go with the people that buy the oil, and they just kick the dollar to the curb. And you guys, you're going to start feeling this. If you can buy any kind of supplies now, please do. If you can do what you can afford, get the things you've been thinking about, and get yourself ready.
yes, for sure. Because I can't believe it. Like when we were just in North Carolina, I was shocked just in a short time how much the prices have gone up. I mean, every week they keep going up. It's ridiculous.
Up. Because otherwise you're either going to be on a universal basic income, you're going to have a business for yourself, or work for the government. Otherwise you're going to be in the food line. Getting your card in the mail, your EBT card, so you can go buy bugs that Bill Gates made in his indoor factories because they know that they're poison. The trees are dying. I was telling Stacy, look at the leaves on the trees. You can see brown tips all over them.
Yeah, we were driving and he's like, there just looks like there's a haze. Everything looks different.
It's not right.
Oh, Dano says the NOAA website has a list of weather modification now.
I know. They're not hiding it anymore. They just did a whole lifetime on prime time special for you guys talking about seeding the skies. I mean, the cat's out of the bag, right? They want your kids. They control the weather. They're going to control the money now.
I just looked on here. Julie was talking about thyroid medication. If you guys are on like thyroid meds or anything like Synthroid or stuff like that, try to find a doctor that can put you on Armour Thyroid, ARMOUR, Armour Thyroid. It's natural, and just check and see, if the doctor says, hey, I don't know about that, or I don't want to put you on there, I would find another doctor.
We haven't had any hard frost to damage the trees.
Yeah, we have. We had one Sunday when we were gone.
No, not a hard frost.
Yes,
like
it was.
That.
Yeah,
no.
It was.
No,
yes,
no,
it was.
No.
It was. You weren't here. It was.
Okay, where was I?
We were in North Carolina.
Well, how do you know then?
Because I was talking to our Allison, and we did things to help with it, and it caused some problems.
No.
Yes.
It was in there too, in North Carolina too.
Oh, someone wants to know about shingles. You know what? Try some bentonite clay. A lot of people have, if you make a, like a gel, mix the powder with the water and put it on there. A lot of people say it's helped with the pain.
I think this digital stuff too is going back to the gold standard. It's going to be interesting how this works out. But all of the central banks have been draining the COMEX, and that's where they keep the metals, right? So all of them have been buying gold like nobody's business. So something's up.
Herbs for anxiety. So lemon balm is a really good one. Passion flower is another good one. Chamomile is a good one. Catnip is a good one. You can grow all those things very easily. Most any place you can grow them. You can make your own teas. I mean, look at that. You buy teas. Sometimes, you can grow it yourself. So start thinking about you can save a little money like that.
All right. That's a wrap, Jep. So don't forget, if you guys, some of y'all wanted to go to the Homesteading Life Conference that Stacy and I host in Hannibal, Missouri, and you sent me an email, and I'll be getting to those emails shortly. If you guys want to maybe try to come to that, we're going to release some tickets, and but you have to email the Homesteading Life Conference at gmail.com, all one word, and then we'll get you on the list, and we're going to open up these tickets, and I'm going to do it pretty soon here, and then that way you guys will have time to get your event together. We hold the event in August. It's the first Sunday and Monday in August in Hannibal, Missouri, and it's going to be a good time. And I'm going to release some more tickets. Otherwise, you can catch us at one of our other events. If you guys have questions, you can always tune into our live show every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Or maybe 7:15 or 7:20.
Or 7:20. It depends on how Stacy's doing.
Ha.
And no, we don't wear sunglasses mostly. We wear just our hats.
Okay, should we talk about that real quick?
You could if you'd like.
All right, so when you wear sunglasses all the time, you know, you see some people who wear sunglasses all day long. Basically, you're tricking your body because we have the sleep-wake cycle where we get up when the sun rises and we go to bed when the sun goes down, right? Or we start to relax as the sun goes down. If you wear sunglasses all day, it's tricking your brain thinking that it's getting dark. So it's not good for your circadian rhythms. So the only time we wear them, and I would recommend people to wear them, is if you're like on the water, ocean, or you're snow skiing, because that could hurt your eyes. So those are only times when we really need to wear them. Other than that, we do not ever wear sunglasses.
All right. So as always, check out offgridwithdougandstacy.com. If you guys just go there, it has all of our videos, right? So you guys can never miss a video. You don't even have to worry about YouTube. You just wake up, go hit offgridwithdougandstacy.com. On the front page is all of our videos. You just scroll through, find the ones you want. Has our shop tab, so it has our books that we write and our chocolate tea, which is off the hook. Stacy came out with a new blend, which we're just waiting on the stickers. Once the stickers get here, we'll have that for you guys. And the homestead booklet and the off-grid booklets, just stuff like that, right? The Redmond salt and the sun ovens, all these things that you guys can save money on. We worked out some hefty good discounts for you guys. And then we have our events tab showing you where we're going to be and how to get tickets or go there or whatever. You know what I mean? And then you can get on our email list so we can talk to you guys that way too. So it's just a good way to stay into contact and be in the loop.
For sure.
And, we appreciate you guys. And we just try to bring you the straight business. We're just trying to help you guys. There's something afoot. Something's not right.
Something's rotten in Denmark.
Hopefully, the information we provide will help you one way or the other. And please, if you have kids, man, I'm really on my heart telling you, get your kids out of public school. If you guys have to eat beans and rice, you know what I mean, and sell your house and live in a 1-bedroom apartment so you can homeschool, I would do it. Man, that's, can you imagine?
Well,
if you're a homeschool parent, all the years those people were telling you, oh, I couldn't homeschool. What about the social interaction? Is this the social interaction you want your kids to be involved with now? Holy crap. I think about that quite often, man. That's like a major hang up for people. They keep talk about the social interaction. And, I just can't see homeschooling. No, thank you. I would love to keep my kid far away from that nonsense. Oh my gosh. So please, if you can, get your kids out of the public school.
And my friend Mallory just did that. She just quit her last day of work was last week, and she's homeschooling her kids. She's at home now, started her own business, doing her things, doing it. You guys, you can do it.
No one's going to love you like you. No one's going to love your kids like you. The most capable hand is at the end of your wrist. No one is going to do for you like you. That's why our country is built off individual freedoms. I am an individual and I have freedoms. We are not built in America on groupthink. And they're trying to shove groupthink down our neck and calling us a democracy. Hot news flash, America is not a democracy. If there was a homeschool parent or kid in the audience, they would tell you we are a constitutional republic. But the higher ups use the word democracy because that's how they roll in the fascism and the socialism, right? Because those, are mob rules. So stay vigilant out there. And thanks for all the thumbs up. You guys did a good job on the recovery.
We like that. Good job. And then if you need your microgreens, go to Barefoot Microgreens on Instagram.
Yeah, and then also you can follow her journey because she is actually doing it. And she's created a business from nothing. She's growing the microgreens, getting clients, providing food for restaurants, enhancing her community, and now homeschooling her kids.
And offering you guys a kit now to help you do it yourself so you can grow a real
Turning into food. A teacher.
Yes.
Turning from learning to teaching right before your very eyes. Man, we love you guys. All right. That's it for us then. So you guys have a good night. Hit off here with DougAndStacy.com. Hopefully we'll see you at the Okie Homesteading Expo in June. That's coming up pretty soon.
The 1st of June. June 1st. Do you believe it? The Okie.
Is it the 1st?
Yeah, June. I think May 31st is my workshop, and then June 1st and 2nd. It'll be here before you know it.
Right.
But we can't wait to see you.
And if you guys are around Iowa, we'll be up there for the Tulip Festival in Orange City, because there's 2 of them. Make sure you go to the Orange City one.
on May 17th.
And just go there and, tackle us. We'll be hanging out. You can take some selfies with us, and we'll answer your questions and hug necks and all that stuff. So, see you guys on the next one. If you guys just showed up and missed the whole live show, we appreciate you showing up and actually watching the secondary run. Leave your comments down in the comment section below, and we'll try to answer those for you as well. All right?
All right. We can't wait to see you next time.
We got some good videos coming up this week. We got high tunnels going in. I'm going to try to document that for you guys. We're going to talk about HB 116 in Missouri, the House bill, about the food stuff. We're going to talk about all kinds of stuff that's making your life a little rough these days and how to make it better.
But we all can make it better. You guys just do these little things. We can do it.
You got to know what you're up against so then you can do the thing, right? So that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to keep you on the up against and then the work around. Okay? All right. See you guys on the next one.
See ya.
Okay.